Have you ever tried to rent an apartment in the US and felt like you were playing some kind of high-stakes game you didn't understand? One day the rent for a unit is one price, and the next day it's completely different. It's not just you. The American apartment pricing system is notoriously confusing, and today we're going to pull back the curtain and figure out exactly what's going on. So why does the rent for the exact same apartment change so often? The short answer is algorithms. Many large property management companies in the US use sophisticated pricing software. Think of it like the dynamic pricing you see for airline tickets or Uber rides. This software analyzes a massive amount of data in real time to set the rent. It looks at things like current supply and demand in the area, what competitors are charging, the time of year, local economic trends, and even the specific features of each individual unit. Let's break down what this software actually considers. First, there's supply and demand. If a lot of apartments are vacant in a building or a neighborhood, prices might drop to attract tenants. But if occupancy is high and very few units are available, prices will soar. This is classic economics. Software constantly monitors these numbers. If a couple of units get rented out, the price for the remaining ones might immediately jump. Next is competitor pricing. The algorithm scrapes data from other apartment buildings nearby. It knows what your potential landlord's rivals are charging for similar-sized units with similar amenities. The goal is to stay competitive, but also to maximize profit. If a competing building raises its rents, the software might see that as a green light to do the same. This can create a ripple effect where rents across an entire neighborhood start to climb together. Seasonality is another huge factor. There's a peak rental season, which typically runs from late spring through summer. This is when most people are looking to move. Students are out of school, recent graduates are starting new jobs, and families want to settle in before the new school year. During this peak season, demand is high, so landlords can charge a premium. In contrast, during the fall and winter months, demand plummets. It's colder, people don't want to move during the holidays, and the market slows down. To fill vacant units during this off-season, you'll often see lower rents and special offers, like 1 or 2 months of free rent. So, if you have the flexibility, moving in December could save you a significant amount of money compared to moving in. July, the software also gets incredibly specific, right down to the individual unit. It's not just about the number of bedrooms. An apartment on a higher floor with a great view will almost always cost more than an identical one on the ground floor facing a parking lot. A newly renovated unit with stainless steel appliances and hardwood floors will command a higher price than one with older carpets and dated fixtures. Even the proximity to amenities like the gym or the pool can affect the price. The algorithm takes all these micro details into account to calculate a precise, unique price for every single apartment. Another key element is lease length. You might assume a longer lease would get you a better deal, but that's not always the case. Landlords want to avoid having leases end during the slow winter months. So, the software might offer you a lower monthly rate for a 15-month lease that ends in the summer, compared to a standard 12-month lease that would end in the spring. It's all about staggering vacancies to align with peak demand. So when you're looking at rental options, always ask about different lease term prices. You might be surprised to find that an unconventional lease length like 10 or 14 months is actually the cheapest option. So, with all this complex technology setting the prices, what can you, as a renter, actually do? It might feel like you have no power, but you do have some strategies. First, do your research. Use apartment listing websites to track prices for a few weeks before you seriously start your search. This will give you a sense of the market trends and help you spot a good deal when you see one. If you notice prices are consistently dropping, you might be able to wait a bit longer for an even better price. Second, be flexible. If you can, try to time your move for the off-season between October and February. You'll face less competition and find more landlords willing to offer concessions. Also, be open to different lease lengths. As we discussed, a non-standard term might unlock a lower monthly rent. Don't just assume a 12-month lease is your only or best option. Third, and this is a big one, negotiate. You might think that with a computer setting the price, there's no room for haggling. That's not entirely true. While you might not be able to get a huge discount on the base rent, Especially in a hot market, you can often negotiate on other things. Ask for them to waive certain fees, like application or pet fees. See if they include a parking spot for free or offer a month of free rent on a longer lease. The person you're talking to, the leasing agent, often has some discretionary power to sweeten the deal to close it. It never hurts to ask politely. The worst they can say is no. Finally, think about the value of amenities. That luxury building with a rooftop pool, a state-of-the-art gym, and a dog spa looks amazing. But are you actually going to use those things? The cost of maintaining these amenities is baked into your rent. If you know you're not a gym person or you don't have a pet, you might be better off in a simpler, less expensive building and just paying for a separate gym membership if you want one. Be honest with yourself about your lifestyle to avoid overpaying for perks you won't use. Understanding this system is the first step to navigating it successfully. It's a complex dance of data, timing, and strategy. The price isn't arbitrary, it's calculated. By knowing the factors that go into that calculation, supply and demand, seasonality, competition, and unit-specific features, you can position yourself to make the smartest possible choice for your budget. It's about turning what feels like a chaotic game into a strategic search where you have more control than you think. So the next time you see that rent price change overnight, you'll know why. It's not personal, it's just the algorithm at work. And now, you have the tools to work the system to your advantage. Good luck with your apartment hunt. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more content that breaks down the complicated parts of everyday life. See you in the next one.